How did the US Navy end up opening fire on an Iranian container ship in the Gulf of Oman? It started with a tense standoff. For hours, the Navy issued repeated warnings, urging the vessel to stop. When those warnings were ignored, the situation escalated. Precision rounds were fired into the ship's engine room, disabling its propulsion and sparking an internal fire. So how can a modern naval gun fire multiple explosive rounds within seconds? The answer lies beneath the deck. An advanced autoloading system feeds ammunition from a massive onboard magazine, allowing the weapon to load, fire, and eject spent casings almost instantly. But disabling a ship is only part of the operation. Seizing it is another challenge entirely. To do this, the Navy deploys Marines from amphibious ships. They descend from hovering helicopters, securing and clearing the vessel deck by deck. On April 19, 2026, tensions reached a breaking point. A direct maritime confrontation between the United States and Iran unfolded. At the center of the operation was the USS Bruins, a heavily armed guided missile destroyer supported by Marines from the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit. Their target? The Tuska, a massive 900-foot Panamax-class container ship flying the Iranian flag and capable of carrying around 5,000 containers. The vessel was traveling from Zhuhai, China toward Bandar Abbas, Iran. The interception took place in international waters of the Gulf of Oman, about 340 miles east of the Strait of Hormuz, as part of a broader U.S. naval blockade. Moving at 17 knots, the Tuska attempted to push through the blockade line. Rather than firing immediately, U.S. Central Command followed a calculated escalation strategy. For hours, radio warnings ordered the crew to shut down engines and change course. The crew refused. Finally, a last warning was issued. Evacuate the engine room or face disabling fire. Moments later, the USS Bruins fired its Mark 45 naval gun. Several rounds struck the engine room with precision, crippling the ship's propulsion without sinking it. With the vessel dead in the water, the operation shifted to boarding. The amphibious assault ship USS Tripoli launched helicopters carrying Marines. Under night vision, teams fast-roped onto the deck while armed helicopters provided overwatch. Within minutes, the ship was secured, and control was taken of the vessel, its crew, and its cargo. The Mark 45 gun itself is a highly advanced system made up of 4 key components: an automated ammunition shuttle, a handling system, a 20-round loader drum, and the gun assembly. Together, they allow the weapon to fire 10 to 16 rounds per minute, with a range of up to 24 kilometers. For longer-range threats, the ship relies on vertical launch systems hidden below deck. These launch missiles using a hot launch method, directing exhaust gases safely away as the missile ignites and exits the cell. Closer threats are handled by layered defense systems. The Phalanx close-in weapon system uses radar-guided targeting and a 20mm Gatling gun firing up to 4,500 rounds per minute to destroy incoming threats. If needed, systems like CRAM and RIM-116 missiles provide additional protection against drones, aircraft, and low-flying missiles. But enforcing a blockade goes beyond firepower. In a high-stakes scenario, oil tankers may attempt deception, changing names, repainting hulls, or switching flags mid-voyage. Meanwhile, nearby warships from other nations could complicate the situation, raising the risk of wider conflict. In such cases, U.S. strategy combines surveillance, air superiority, and precision operations. Aircraft track submarines, electronic warfare disrupts communications, and surface ships close in carefully. When conditions are right, special operations forces deploy from helicopters, secure the vessel, and take control within minutes. This is how modern naval forces enforce control at sea, through a combination of technology, coordination, and calculated escalation.